Hey guys, we're here with my friend Dylan, who some of you might recognize from the recent Ruggles vlog. He wanted to showcase his Brandon Bystial strategy.
Yes. Let's go.
How is that this format? How's it against? How do you combat against Sears?
It's good. We Bystial their ass as much as we can, bro. That's the goal. That's the best you can do, man. They don't break. They don't brick. So the best you can do is try to, Bystial them as much as possible.
All right, awesome. Let's just get right to the list.
All right. Obviously, 3 Aluber. Have to do 3 Aluber, that's a must. 2 Tragedy. I know a lot of people play 1. I think 2 is still good. Side out 1 if you have to after, but I think 2 is very key, especially with the million from Tears and Ishizu. It's good to just drop it in your deck. Good to have extra. This card, I know a lot of people like. This is hit and miss for me. I definitely use Dramaturge way more. Dramaturge is, for me, very good. You cycle when you fuse, whether you banish or use it from grave. It negates monster when a extra deck card is summoned. Regardless of the monster, it doesn't have to be extra deck monster as long as the extra deck monster is summoned. And that's the Despia package. After the Alabaz, 2 Fallen Alabaz, obviously. You know you love those alties. 1 Albion, 1 Cartesia, and 1 Mary Carrier.
Okay. How are these guys doing?
Mary Carrier is great. I'm almost thinking of adding 2 of these. They're good. I just don't want to draw 2. Cartesia's hit and miss as well, right? You usually just use this to bait out a fusion summon during their turn. Sometimes you get caught with not having maybe a Despia or an Albaz in hand, so that maybe will be a little rough. But other than that, great. And drawing 1 and dumping 1 is always good. You can never complain about that. Off to the MVPs of the deck, 100%. The Bystials. These are a must.
These are
Rebellion? These are a must. Sorry. So before I was running 3, 3, 3, and 3, but I felt like the Rebellion going second is terrible. You don't want this in your hand going second. You just want this in your hand going first. So 2 is fine. Magnum 3 is great. Now, I know some people play 3 and 3. I think it does depend on your locals. If you are facing a lot of dark and light decks, it does work. But if you're not, aka the birds, then this is worthless against them. This does nothing. So all depends on your locals, but these cards actually put in a lot of work in the deck.
Right, and if you were to play in an event higher than locals, then yeah, it would be better.
Hell yeah, oh yeah, for sure. You go crazy on these cards. But if you're going to your locals and you're not playing a YCS every week, then I recommend you cut a little bit on the Bystials and add cards you know that your locals will help you in your locals.
True. All right.
I still run this package. I know a lot of people drop it. This is great. This is just great to bait people out. Today I activated Patchwork and I had somebody negate the backward and I went full combo with everything else because they just don't want to see the Guardian Chimera. So I actually love this package a lot. A lot of the times I'll side these out to go into bigger cards or blowout cards, but having this package helps a lot. I really enjoy it. Off to the Magics. Obviously the most broken card in the game. Branded Fusion. And no one runs Ash, so this is free. Straight up free. Lost. If you have Lost in this, that's full combo. Red. We run red because the Ishizu Tears always bounce back your cards, so usually your target's not going to be there. I'm going to be honest with you. But it's good to have. Honestly, best policy. Branded Opening. Great card. Draw phase, standby phase. You get your effects off. Allure of Darkness. These are in here right now because I don't have the Pot of Prosperities. I want to try the Pot of Prosperities. These do good as well, but if you don't get the Edge of Chain or you don't get the Tragedy, it's kind of a -1 because you kind of don't want to get rid of the Bystials. So it's hit and miss sometimes, but it works. It gets the job done, right? Oh, and sorry. Call by the Grave and Branded Regain. Branded Regain puts in so much work, this card, man. Especially the normal summon and special summon, you get to summon a Bystial from Grave. You recycle over and over again the Bystials. It's just really good. I wouldn't change that for anything. And the final 3 cards in the main, Branded Banishment, Branded Retribution, and Branded Beast.
So what do these do?
Branded Beast, while you have a Bystial on the field, you can pop a dragon, pop one in their field. End phase, you can activate a continuous Branded spell from your grave to your field. Really good. This card puts in work along with Branded Regain. Branded Retribution, this card you usually want to use while it's in your graveyard. It does have an on-field effect, which is good, where you bounce 1 fusion monster on your side of the field or 2 from grave to negate spell, trap, or monster effect that special summons monsters. The banish from grave, I usually use once in a while. I really like the bounce, especially if you have 2 in grave, because you have 2 fusions in grave, you can recycle your fusions and add them back. And branded banishment, that's just a super poly on crack. You already know banish. Special summon 1 Despia or level 8 or higher fusion monster. You don't have to fusion, you have the choice of fusion, so that's also great. It's basically a monster reborn with the choice of fusion. Banish on your side of the field or your opponent's side of the field. So that, you just don't get rid of that.
How many cards in the main?
Main deck's 42. Off to the extra deck. 2 Mary Jades, I think this is staple, nothing to be said about that. 2 Masquerades, that's staple, nothing to say about that. 2 Albion, staple, nothing to say about that. And 1 Lubellion. People were running 2. I usually never have to go through more than 1. I usually just recycle it on its fusion with Albaz and bring it back to the extra deck. These guys you use way more. These guys are just so good. Setting a branding spell or trap when it's in the graveyard, so good. 1 Titaniclad, 1 Albinatus. My name pronunciation on this is really bad. So yeah, I really don't summon this often, but when you do summon it, it does put in a lot of work. So I keep it. This puts in a lot of work, and this is for Dragon Links. No, they just can't play. So Draco Spelia, that says all it needs to say. Starving Venom gets over the towers. This guy gets over so many cards. It's good to play. I highly recommend it. You already know what this does. I need to say nothing about that. And the two cards that I really been enjoying recently, it's been really doing good, is Wallow and Dark.
Ooh,
this card is
really
actually
good,
puts in so much work. This Wallow puts in a lot of work. I highly recommend, if you do run the Bystials, you run the Wallow. You do. And this Dark, well, dark is dark. Dark says all it needs to say, right?
True. All right. I guess lastly to the side.
Okay, now the extra deck. Extra deck, obviously. Side deck. Sorry, that's all preference, obviously, right? Because time is a thing.
Awesome. Best card. I love that.
I see. James used this against me one time and wanted to do it, and I was hurt. I said it's never gonna happen again.
19,000 life points,
Lightning storms, bro. They put in so much work. Evenly match.
Oh.
If Shizu Tears, he's puts in a lot of work against them, bro. A lot of work. Even against the Birds as well, he's put in a lot of work, bro. Highly recommend. Talents, because Talents is just a great card this format. There's not a time someone's not using the effect on your turn, especially against obviously the top deck I've been talking about, Shizu Tears. And then these are for the Birds, because obviously we hate birds a lot. And 1 Harpy's Feather Duster.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it right there.
All right, and then let's get right to the combo.
Okay, all right.
Dylan, take it away with the 2-card combo.
Okay, this is my 2-card combo. Branded Fusion, Branded Opening. If you open Branded Fusion, you're a god. You know that already. Stand by phase or draw phase, Branded Opening. Branded Opening, we're gonna discard. We're gonna get our Aluber. There's our Aluber right there. There you go. Aluber effect, we're gonna add Branded Lost. We're gonna go main phase, activate Branded Lost. Then we're gonna activate Branded Fusion. Because you have Branded Lost, can negate the activation of your fusion. They can negate the effect, but not the activation. With Branded Fusion, we're gonna dump Albaz and Lubellion. That's gonna bring Albion. You're gonna chain 1, Albion, chain 2, Branded Lost. With Branded Lost, I like to get Air Carrier, because that gives you a negate while you have a fusion monster. We're gonna fuse with Albion. We're gonna banish Albaz and Aluber. I like to go into Masquerade, because I like to apply pressure. From there, we're gonna activate Lubellion's summoning condition to tribute the dragon, which is Albion. We're gonna activate Lubellion's effect to add to the field a continuous branded spell or trap from your deck. So we're gonna play Branded Beast. This is why we run Branded Beast. From here, I'll probably sit on this field because I'm feeling pretty secured. That's a lose 600. That's a pop 1 from Branded Beast. And if we fuse on our opponent's turn, they can negate and a +1 with the negate in hand. On end phase, we're gonna activate Albion to either, this is a preference, it just depends on your situation. Either you set the Branded to red or you set the Branded in Beast. So now you have a fusion summon on their turn, interruption, and an interruption here, and they lose 600 every time they activate the effect.
Thank you so much for the combo and the deck profile, Dylan. Any last shoutouts?
Shout outs to my top dog, James. Been playing Yu-Gi-Oh! With this guy for over 5 years. Bro, this guy's a dog. Visit his page. You know, subscribe, like. Shout out to Go For Game. You already know. Chinatown, Spadina. Toronto, Ontario. You know where to find us. You already know what it is. Shout out to my team. Migs, Kadeem, James, all these guys, my gang, bro. You already know. We're going to keep getting it. Thanks, James, again. Out. Peace.
Awesome. Thank you. Take care, everyone.